movable through space, and so they might not be tied down to a planet. Who knows?
All right, good. Well, I think that's why you're so highly regarded. You don't, on a moment's notice or a second's notice, leap into the unknown.
We don't. Yes, we don't know.
Good. All right. Good evening. On the toll-free line, you're on the air with Bud Hopkins. Where are you calling from, please?
Lawrence Laboratories, Livermore, California.
Very good.
Well,
I'd like to contribute by helping Bud Hopkins and your audience understand the nature and the origin of UFOs.
All right, sir. Are you on a speakerphone? And if you are, could you pick up the telephone?
Well, I can't do that because I'm in an unsecured area, and I don't want my fellow workers to know tonight.
That's just fine, then. Go ahead. We'll put up with it.
Just before Einstein passed away in the 50s, he was working on the time continuum theory and trying to explain it. UFOs are simply our descendant scientists from the future who are visiting us from all points in the future and studying mankind without interference.
And on what basis do you conclude that?
Well, Lawrence Laboratories in Berkeley is working on some of the projects.
Well, the idea of time traveling, of course, has been brought up many, many times as a theory, and I don't see that really changes anything, frankly.
I'm really taking a chance and even talking about that.
I understand, and you are giving us news. Can you give us some idea of what technologies you're talking about, please?
Well, the different crafts that you see are simply the different time machines, modes of travel machines that are from all different points in the future. They're simply scientists who are coming back with a policy of non-interference, studying the history of mankind. That's why they're taking DNA samples to the future to find out what has gone wrong with mankind in the future.
That's quite incredible, and
they're not extraterrestrials. They're from right here.
They're from right here.
That's why we see ships, as you call them, materialize and dematerialize, because they're simply going in and out of time.
The issues, the descriptions, of course, here of time traveling, I mean, it fits one of the modes of explanation of the UFO phenomenon that we've had for a long, long time, along with, ideas of interdimensionality and so forth. So what you're saying is a theory that's been around a long time. The news would be if you can say officially that this is some kind of government, that Lawrence Livermore Laboratories is working on something.
There is a point in the future where mankind learns to travel in time.
Mm-hmm. Well,
and it's less than 200 years.
Uh-huh. Well, the issue would be if some kind of statement could be made that would be official about this, that would be the big news.
Maybe this caller would like to comment on the paradox problem, since you seem familiar with what...
There is no paradox if there's non-interference.
All right, good enough. All right, I've got to run, caller.
Well, there is, of course, an amazing amount of interference. Lives are being interfered with daily. Suicides have resulted in this. In other words, the interference is extraordinary. So it isn't a question of let's say, deliberate interference in the sense that governments are being changed or altered or something, but lives are being altered on a vast scale. I don't feel it's possible to say there's been no interference.
But that was a remarkable call. Would you like that person to contact you privately?
Well, I would like to hear more. Yes, absolutely, and he could. That address could be given. I would like to talk to him about it. As I say, the theory has been around for a long, long time. The question is whether or not there's some kind of official statement coming from, from a research scientist.
Absolutely. All right, Bud.
That's the news.
Yes, that might be big news. But hold on, we've got a couple of things to do. Let's get those done. And let me give Bud's address. Write simply to IF, Box 30233, 30233, New York, New York, 10011. Did you get that? IF, Box 30233, New York, New York, 10011. And we'll be back to Bud Hopkins in just a moment. I want you to know it.
Okay.
All right. Hello.